No, just two things. Me and my wife, that's Jyoti. Yeah. She's a wonderful homemaker, I should say that. Okay. So we have two children. One is Gopika, my daughter. She's 18. And I have a son who is 6 now. So there are two energies at home. And both paribhasha of right and wrongs are changed. So what do we do when we have two set of energies at home?
I feel very strongly that you're never going to have ideal situations because society has changed. We cannot change it in the next 100 years. If we want to bring back that, there'll be one, there are 20 people here, 20 लोगों के घर के पास गुरुकुल नहीं होगा. अगर वो गुरुकुल भी होगा, I feel instead of looking for infrastructure, I'm talking of very, very small things within your home where the outside world does not matter. Like the choice of a school or where do I pick up. For example, if I look at my own life, there were constraints in terms of money maybe. I couldn't send to a particular thing. Then they went into a particular thing where it was very good, but it was a certain thing. So I feel this dependency on extraneous systems, external, outside systems are very strong today because at some level we do not want to take responsibility of our life's choices. It's very convenient to say, and I'm not talking of you personally, this is a generalized statement, even I do that. See, I am not doing this because it is not available. But theek hai, not available, to theek hai. I can create systems within my own community, and I'm not talking of your community, I'm talking of where I'm staying. So everything is based on how it will solve my problem. So my point is that take your child out, every day in the evening, send him out to play. Don't put him into a class. Ideally, don't put him into any class, but music, dance, all that you should put in because they're learning of skills. But skating class, swimming class, ये तो सीखना चाहिए swimming, अपने आप से सीखना चाहिए. Sunday, so what this lady did, after they finished, the group got together, they live in a housing society. So every evening, we didn't have supervision at play today. Today, either the maid or the mother has to supervise. There's no option. So that mother's time is stuck in that 2 hours. Before we went out to play, you went to someone's house and had water. Everybody was looked after, and today also there is no problem because that day one lady said, I can't send my child out alone, the child will get molested. I said, what are you talking? I said, what are you talking? This is a broad kind of nonsense you're talking of. If your community is good, people will look after and gates are there. When you send your children out to study, what happens to them? There's too much of freedom. So they don't know what to do and they don't have the wisdom to decide this is not. 10 years later, they'll say, I did the wrong thing. But then it is too late. So my point is your infrastructure should be within you. You should create them. So what she did, they sent the children out and one parent would take charge of getting the things organized just to start off with. The kids loved it. They didn't have problems with food or whatever. And Sundays, the men took over. And the men loved it so much that they felt they were connecting with their children. And the women had free time. So they decided to go out or do their own thing or whatever. But the men got this connection with the children. So their relationship with the sons and daughters also improved. And the mothers every evening, and one mother had to take, she would get once in 10 days, 15 days because it's a big society. And after 2 or 3 months, it's only weaned off because the children manage by themselves. But 5 o'clock, they would go 8, 9 o'clock, like how we used to play earlier. We had to be pulled back from our play. And I've said one thing you have to do, you can't have tuitions, you can't have 20 different classes. Because you cannot send the child to play. That you have to decide. I feel don't send the child to any class. When your child plays, they learn to study on their own. They eat on their own. You don't have to force them like we grew up. So it's a very simple situation. You just, uncomplicate your life. What is the word? You simplify your life.